Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today, we're going to be talking about Book Club The Next Chapter. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. This is the sequel to Book Club, a movie that came out in. I pressed the wrong. Whatever. It came out in 2018, 5 years ago. If it came out next weekend, it would have been exactly 5 years ago, but whatever. So, first book club expectations were very low, very muted for it because it was opening the same weekend as Deadpool 2. So, wasn't exactly in a great position to succeed, but you know, and not to mention reactions were pretty lackluster from what I remember. I don't think it had a great reaction, but despite all that, the movie appealed to an underserved market, older women, right? And like if you appeal to a group and you do it successfully, they will show up no matter how lackluster the quality is. And that's exactly what happened because the movie opened with like 13.5 million, had very strong legs for the modern age, and made 68.5 million domestic, 106 million worldwide on a budget of 10 million. That's great. That is a really good result, very solid result, especially opening in the shadow of Deadpool 2. So, yeah. So, I guess someone was like, you know what? We should make a sequel. Why? Because we can. That's Hollywood logic for it. That's Hollywood economics. You make a movie, it does well, you make another one. That's how it works. Quality be damned. So yeah. So obviously having a successful predecessor, that's an easy pro right there. So that's pro number one. Pro number two, I guess we could look at our cast here. I gotta talk about Jane Fonda for the one third time this year for some reason. Oh my, no. For fuck's sake. I have to talk about her again in a month with the stupid Ruby Gilman movie. Like, come on. Why am I getting so much Jane Fonda in 2023? What is happening? So I already talked about this woman enough, but I might as well just skim through it very fast. The only like relevant movies here, I guess there's what 9 to 5, On the Golden Pond, Monster in Law is the the probably the most relevant one of the modern age. There's that, and then a bunch of minor stuff, and then Book Club, and then recently with 80 for Brady, which also had like her with like four other old women. Like we had like the four woman group movie. We already had one with 80 for Brady, and now we're doing it again with Book Club too. Like why? I don't understand. But yeah, Jane Fonda, she's been in some stuff. Let's just put it at that. All right, who else? Diane Keaton. Have I talked about her before? I have once, no, twice technically. But like her biggest hits, there's Book Club, obviously. Um, and then there's Something's Gotta Give, and The Family Stone, and Because I Said So, and uh, the Godfather 2, Godfather. She was in the Godfather, but really? I did not know that. Holy shit. Okay. I maybe I did go over this the last time I talked about her and I completely forgot. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But I guess there's first Wives Club and Father of the Bride and Father of the Bride Part 2, I guess. So there's those. But yeah, she's been some stuff. Definitely. Then the other two ladies here, Candice Bergen, what has she been in? Let's see. Anything relevant? There's Gandhi, I guess. Miss Congeniality, Sweet Home Alabama, Sex in the City, The Women, Bride Wars, Book Club, and now we're here with, um, so yeah, and our last lady, Mary Steenburgen, who wait, I recognize her. She was Will Ferrell's mom, I think. In I know she was Will Ferrell's mom in like an Elf, where like you know, an elf like Buddy, like he went to the real world. He found his real dad, James Caan, R.I.P. And like his wife was Mary Steenburgen. So yeah, she was his mom in Elf. Like she was Will Ferrell's mom. I know that much. Um, let's look through this. Apparently, she was in Back to the Future Part 3. That is Part 3. See, Parenthood, Philadelphia, Elf. I already mentioned that. Step Brothers. She was Will Ferrell's mom. That like for 2 movies, she was Will Ferrell's mom. Why is that? I don't know, but that's just how it worked. So yeah, she was like his mom in like both Elf and Step Brothers. Really weird. She was also in Four Christmases, The Proposal, The Help, Las Vegas, Book Club. Ooh, sorry, it's late. It's like 1 a.m. Cut me some slack. Um, she was in Nightmare Alley, the movie that opened, that had the balls, the chutzpah to open on the same weekend as No Way Home. Didn't work out too well, but yeah. So yeah, but all 4 of these ladies, they're in the first movie. They're all coming back together. The gang's back together for the sequel. So like with their resumes, I mean, let's go back to, I guess, Diane Keaton. Might as well go back to her. I mean, last time I talked about her was like Mac and Rita, which was a disaster. And then there's like Palms, which didn't do great either. So, but love the what the hell's the Coopers? The Coopers. God, what is up with me? The Coopers. Yeah, that did all meh. But a lot of stuff here is just a bomb. There's Mad Money. I forgot about that one. I know Katie Holmes was in that movie, and I remember apparently she declined a role in The Dark Knight for Mad Money, which has to be one of the worst decisions in Hollywood history. Like, why the hell would you do that? You just gave up a role in what would be the biggest movie of 2008. Like, that was a real small brain moment for her. But we're not talking about Katie Holmes. We're talking about Diane Keaton. All right, yeah. So, none of these ladies' track records are great. Not Diane or Jane or Candace or Mary, but that didn't matter for the original movie. So, I'm gonna label like their presence as not a pro or a con, more like a middle ground thing. So it's middle ground. Their presences, their presence in this movie. Uh, trying to think of some what other pros do I got besides the fact that it's sequel to a successful movie. Well, out of all the movies that are coming out this weekend, this has the best chance. It's gotten the most PR, so I mean that's a good thing, I guess. Although compared to like the other movies coming out this weekend, that's literally saying nothing. But it has the best advertising of the bunch, so I guess that's a minor pro. But a better pro, I guess, is that it's Mother's Day weekend. It's happening on Sunday, and obviously, like, there's a reason, like, on the thumbnail, I labeled this movie as the ultimate mom movie because it is. Like, I can't imagine a whole bunch of guys are gonna show up to this. Is squarely centered like towards the mom demographic, the old mom demographic, just like what happened with 80 for Brady. Same demographic. And with Mother's Day, like historically, what I've learned from watching the box office results for years and years and years is that female centric movies do really well on Mother's Day, and male centric movies do really well on Father's Day. That's always how it works. And like the is vice versa for um if having like a male centric movie on Mother's Day doesn't work out, having a female centric movie on Father's Day really doesn't work out. This the results could be kind of could be like catastrophic in that department. But when a mom movie comes out for Mother's Day, it can do really well, or at least it can do better than it's supposed to. I believe what's what happened with two movies. I have to look them up though. I don't think anyone remembers these movies, but I think they popped to my brain. There's the Snatched with Amy Schumer. Bear with me, okay? This uh it's gonna make sense. Just what what the hell was it? I'm trying to think of it was like Life of the Party. That was a Melissa McCarthy. I guess that benefited, I think. Yeah, it did. Well, that works too. But there's another movie I wanted to add to it. But let's just go with Snatched first. Like Snatched, you know, just looking at his trajectory. Look at that, 29% Saturday, 24% Sunday. Sunday bump ups never happen unless it's for like a holiday. So as you can see here, you know, Mother's Day had a big boost for that movie. And then the same thing happened with Life of the Party. Despite a lackluster Friday, it grew over the weekend. And the next movie was Breaking In. Okay, that was it. Forgot what it was. Breaking In, where it was about, again, it really emphasized Payback is the mother. Really emphasizing this is for moms. Okay, it again. Look at that, 25%, 20%. Look at that. So it's clear Mother's Day. Like if you're a female centric flick, Mother's Day is a real boon for you. So yeah, yeah. So obviously, considering book clubs two's very specific demographic, Mother's Day weekend is going to be good for it. So yeah, that's an easy pro right there. Mother's Day weekend. Um, I think that's it with pros. I can't think of anything else. Okay, cons. Reviews aren't great for this. It's a 48% critic score, which is eh, not the worst, but it's not exactly great either. Audience score is a lot better, is at 86%, so there's that. But although cinema score is a B, so I'm getting real mixed messages about word of mouth. So mixed word of mouth, like mixed reviews from critics, plus moderately positive reviews from audiences. It's not exactly a great combination, so I'm gonna label that as a con. Another con is that, I mean, even though this is the best of the bunch of the movies coming out this weekend, it's still the advertising has been pretty pathetic in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it was obviously like the first movie. The first movie was from Paramount, but then they said no to a sequel. So this one's instead being distributed by Focus Features, was a like a specialty division within Universal. And obviously the ad campaign was going to be a lot more muted, but I didn't think it would be this muted. I haven't seen a single ad for this movie on YouTube like at all. I've seen nothing. Maybe there are ads in like different places, but from what I've seen personally, I've seen nothing. So that's a problem. So yeah, lackluster marketing is a con. Another con is that Guardians 3, even though it kind of underwhelmed a little bit the first weekend, it's still gonna crush everything in in its second weekend. That includes this. And if you're not watching Guardians 3, and if you're not watching Mario for the sixth time for some of you, because it's the sixth weekend. If you're not watching those two, you're going to be staying at home playing Tears of the Kingdom on the Nintendo Switch. If you're not doing any of those three things, you are not going to the movies. That's just a fact. It's just a cold, hard fact. So, yeah. Obviously, dealing with Guardians 3 is still a problem. Like, this movie's trying to be, like, counter-programming to that, like, what Book Club was to Deadpool 2, but I don't think it's going to work out as well. So, yeah. So, dealing with Guardians 3, not to mention, like, after this weekend, like, this weekend's a dead weekend, but after this, it's going to be a non-stop barrage of blockbuster-esque movies coming out, and it's not going to stop until, like, late August. So, yeah. This is like its one chance to shine, and it's from early numbers, it's already falling flat on its face. So, yeah, so competition, like big old competition from Guardians 3 and all the blockbuster competition coming out later, that's a big con right there. Um Another con is like it's Thursday previews 500,000. I mean, I've seen worse. I mean, last weekend was like what Love Again that got like 240 something thousand in previews, so it's doubling that. So yay, but that's still not impressive. Granted, like a movie like this was never gonna score high in preview numbers. It just wasn't. It's not exactly a fan driven movie. But yeah, book clubs previews was 625, which I mean 500,000 isn't that far behind that, so maybe it has a chance, but that doesn't look too bad. But again, this is a sequel. Sequels are historically more front loaded than their predecessors. And not to mention, I guess I really should compare this to 80 for Brady. So let's do that. 80 for Brady. Let's see. What was this Thursday previews? 750,000. Although that had like it was boosted with extra stuff, but 750K now only open with like 12 million. So I'm getting really weird, you know, again, mixed messages. Um so yeah, but still like these preview numbers aren't exactly stellar, so I'm just going to label those as a con. And I think that's it. So opening weekend, I would have said 10 million, but I'm not positive anymore. So I'm gonna have a wide range of 5 to 10 million, a very wide range for its opening weekend. It's total, I don't know, 15 to 20, maybe. I don't know. Let's just go with that. So pretty pitiful um result for this movie compared to its predecessor. So yikes. And that's it. Well, at least for this movie. We got 3 more movies to go. It was supposed to be 4 more, but one of them just I guess I'm not doing it anymore, so only 3. So yay. Still got Fool's Paradise, Hypnotic, and Rally Road Racers to deal with, so stay tuned for those. So yeah, so that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made this year and any other years. You want to watch any of those, go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I've covered Book Club 2 once, apparently. Yeah, once. It was episode 143. I talked about it alongside Pearl and Killers of the Flower Moon. Talked about it alongside those, so yeah. Is that I've now made 189 episodes of Cancel, so you want to watch any of those episodes of Cancel, particularly you want to watch any of them, go right ahead. You want to watch them all from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that, so go do it. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. Shoot. Yeah, April recap. I just did it like a few days ago. Actually, yesterday. Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I don't remember. God. It was recently. I just made that video recently. So you want to watch um that or any other recap videos on Man the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.